So you see I'm packing the tools. I need to wash my hands, and I thought it was gonna take me half an hour. I mean, I did it multiple times on different bikes, and it actually takes a long time when you do it first time with KTM RC390, just simply because you have so many small screws that you need to take off. I don't remember exactly, but you have at least 15 screws. I mean, 15 screws to take like 3 pieces of fairing. Sometimes I have something bad to say about my fellow brothers, motorcycle enthusiasts. Like the previous owner of this bike, he didn't read the manual, he didn't want to do anything in terms of making it right. So as a result, they replaced the oil and they did all the maintenance, but it's not there. Bike is shaking, bike is producing tons of vibrations, and if you look through the clear window on the side where you see the oil, you will see it's dark. Nowadays you can find a lot of videos where you can look up and find manuals how to replace oil or how to do some maintenance on specific car or motorcycle. Sometimes you can even pick what color the car should be where you see the manual, maybe it's gonna match with yours. But with motorcycles, it's a little bit harder to find the manuals, and I found a few on the KTM RC390. This is a 2015 model, and my main point, a lot of people don't realize how important to use a very specific type of oil in order to make this thing run at the tops. So my name is Dennis. Today we're gonna talk about KTM 390, my personal new toy, and today I'm gonna get you through the oil change process, and today I'm gonna show you a few things that I think are crucial for this bike, and I think a lot of people don't get it. So, shall we? So here's the thing, it looks good, it runs good, you can ride it, I mean, nothing to complain, right? But if you get into the motorcycle world, the more you will ride, the more you will understand about every single detail, like vibrations, feeling, the feedback of the throttle, shifts. I mean, a lot of things you're gonna get it as long as you clock more and more hours every single week, months, whatever. But here's the thing, you have only 3,000 miles. They said they just replaced the oil. I want you to look through the window on the side over there. What kind of color you get there? To me it's black as it gets. And either they lied to me in terms of replacing the oil, or I guess they didn't pick the right oil. So shall we change it? For sure. Let's do it. Sometimes you just have to start it and listen. Hear this tick 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 sound? It just shouldn't be here with the bike that has only 3,500 miles, right? So today I'm gonna show you how important to pick the right oil, how important to do it correctly, and how to make sure that your machine operates at the tops. Looks like we got only 1 bolt, 2 bolts, and plastic clip that's already sticking out. It's not locked, so it should be easy. Let's see. Looks like I found one hidden screw that sits way back here next to the radiator and exhaust, so hard to reach. Oh man, I keep banging my head. Alright, it's a good time to wash it. Oh, hopefully I took the right side. It'll be fun. Yeah, the drain bolt is here. Now, where's the cartridge? Where's the cartridge? Where's the oil cartridge? You know, I liked the bike more before I bought it. Now I have to do maintenance, and I realized that the KTM was so nice to force you to take both fairings from left and right side in order to change the oil. So now I literally have to take the entire bottom part of the fairings to get to the cartridge where you replace the oil filter, and the other side you have a drain bolt. KTM, come on, it just can't be on one side, please. It will make our job easier. I know you won't make money out of service, but hey, I got you. I found it. Man, how in this world you can hide the bolt so far away? It sits right under the exhaust and it's right behind, so in order to take it apart you literally have to take the entire fairing set from the bottom and then slide it off the exhaust. Oh my. Right behind the exhaust on the plastic piece you have two screws, and one of them is easy to reach, it's right there, but the second one sits right on top, so it's a nightmare to get there, and I think I would need to do it somehow. It's a magic trick, but I'll do it. Alright. Okay, we got everything out of it. So now to the fun part. That's your drain bolt. That's probably the easiest find because you're looking for something that's gonna be sitting on the middle or next to the side, but it's gonna be the lowest part of the engine case cover, just because you need to drain everything out of it. So I have the original KTM keys, and hopefully I will be able to take it off. Wow, it's so easy. It's like they didn't even lock it. Wow. I mean, I literally twisted with 2 fingers. Wow. I mean, it sounds like it's a good timing. Okay, it was a proper timing to check it, because trust me, it would be leaking if I would push this bike for quite some time without going there. I would probably ended up with oil all over the place, because the bolt was literally, I took 2 fingers and I was able to twist it. Wow, that's really bad. Just don't drop the bolt. You don't want to dive in. I said don't drop the bolt. Now we have to take this oil cartridge, and the first time I saw that the website for K&N filter says that it's a very small cartridge, I was like, wait a moment, cartridge? So this is gonna be probably the hardest part of the entire process. First of all, because the original KTM key doesn't fit here for some unknown to me reason. It looks like a proper size, but it doesn't go there. Wow. And second of all, just because the cartridge has nothing inside, so you would need to wiggle in order to pull it out and put the new one. We'll see. So I'm about to open it, and I have a question for you. Do you guys know anybody can tell me where I can find smaller oil filter in any other motorcycle than this one? Wow, it's gonna be fun to wiggle it and pull it off because you don't have anything to grab it, and it's gonna be fun to see it how small it is, because this is the smallest filter, I'm positive. This is a nightmare in terms of pulling out this cartridge first time, but you're watching this video and I want to make your life easier. You have a tool in your house. I'm just saying, you just literally have it. It's not a professional tool, so viewers' discretion is advised. You're using at your own risk, but you have it in your house, and this can make your life easier when you swap in the oil filter. Pull it inside, underneath, twist it, and wiggle. It's just so easy in comparison to what you would be doing, obviously, without knowing about it. So this is a trick that you have to remember if you own one of those. Hit the subscribe button if it's helpful. Take a few minutes and relax and wait until all the oil is gonna be drained, so that will be nice and dry. And this is a perfect timing to open a new filter. Just see if it's gonna be the same size as the old one. I can tell it's the same size, but the thing is, you can see how small it is. And I'm still waiting for your comments below in terms of the filters, oil filters. If you saw a smaller oil filter in any other bike, I'm just curious. So if you're curious, this is K&N 155, and you have to put it this way, so this part will be on the outside. I let it dry like 10 minutes or so. You can see nothing is dripping anymore. So all we gotta do, just put the filter, slide it on, and click. That's the kind of click. Now, inspect the cap, make sure it has some oil on it, so it will be easier to open it next time, and it will be proper seal. Line it up, put one bolt first, get it on threads, make sure it sits. You don't want to, search for bolts somewhere there. It's not going to be fun. Now, you can hand tighten it. This is not advertising, this is something that you can read on your book. The KTM RC390 uses this specific oil, and you just have to go and buy it. I know, this one cost right around 50 bucks, 4 liter. And those 4 liters will be enough to do 2 oil changes, and you will still have some left over if you will be really careful in terms of how you put in it and what you do. So, first of all, take your measurement cup. Manual says 1.7 liter, so we need to get a liter of this oil, and we need to pour it inside, and then we need 0.7 liter to add. I would probably go with the 0.6, put the bike, level it, and see if I got it right. If not, I'll just add a little bit in order to make it even. I mean, this is a perfect sample to give you an idea in terms of the difference. This is new oil. This is the oil that the previous owner said they just replace it. Why YouTube does not allow me to say what I want? I really want to throw a few phrases about the previous owner. I said that? Oh. Okay. Okay, this is a first liter. I have to pour really slowly. So you don't want to overfill it. And the crucial part is to put a little bit less oil, because you don't know if something is hiding in this engine somewhere on the bottom. And if you put, as manufacturer says, 1.7 right away, you can easily overfill it. So make sure to put it just a tiny bit less, level it, look it through the window, make sure you level it and you have it straight on the middle of this window. If it's straight on the middle, you don't need to add. If you need to add 0.1 liter, I mean, that's a simple task. It would be a nightmare, actually, to drain it if you overfill it. I would suggest you to do, instead of 1 liter first, I would probably suggest you to go with something like 800 milliliters. First of all, with this smaller cup, it's going to be easier to pour it in, and after I test it, we leveled the bike, it's still below zero, below the lowest level. So we need to add some, and we're probably gonna add like 150, even 200 milliliters. So you see, I'm packing the tools. I need to wash my hands, and I thought it's gonna take me half an hour. I mean, I did it multiple times on different bikes, and it actually takes a long time when you do it first time with KTM RC390, just simply because you have so many small screws that you need to take off. I don't remember exactly, but you have at least 15 screws. I mean, 15 screws to take like 3 pieces of fairing. Anyways, I was telling you about the amount of oil that you need to put, and I ended up putting 1.7 liter, and I think this is too much because I had to drain it back in order to bring it to the level. So probably start with 1.5 liter, measure it, start the engine, see what's going on, and then if you need, add more, because I don't know how it was overfilled like over the roof when I put 1.7 and the book says 1.7. So, and another good tip, try to get some sort of a board or something and write down which screws go where. It will save you a lot of time, because they have like 4 different types of screws and different sizes and so on. So make sure to write it down, because like I said, it's 15 screws. You can easily mess it up. Oh, you still here? All right. Actually, one problem been solved and fixed. Now I have to test it, I have to write it and see how it works. But we have another problem. So if you appreciate my time and if this video was helpful for you, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and don't forget to put your like. Watch the newest and coolest videos, motorcycles, cars, every single week. Who said magic doesn't exist? Do I need to go to the store to pick up some stuff? No. Here it comes. Sorry, Harry Potter.